Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Coaching Call podcast with Amy Griffith. I am your host, Amy Griffith, and we are back with another episode today, video style. We're in my apartment and we're going to get into 10 ways to elevate your life before 2025. So I have everything written down in my notes on my phone. So I'm just going to read off of that and walk you guys through everything. And in a few of the latest episodes, if you are a frequent listener, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. So glad that you guys are here. I have been playing with when to do life updates. Do I give you a habit of the week, something that's going on, whatever? And I keep forgetting to mention certain things, and it just doesn't happen when I get rambling and on a roll with the topic of the coaching call. So I'm just going to do what feels most aligned and what kind of just rolls for me, which is life update, and we'll just get into the episode. Okay. So, life update right now, what is going on? We're in November. It's getting cold, it's getting busy, but I feel like I'm in a season right now where there is so much growth and so much building in my business right now that it's like things are really ramping up. So I've been opening up my schedule a lot more. I have seasons where I'll kind of close it off a bit more, make it a little bit more tight on terms of schedule. Right now, it's very open and expansive with my team and helping them. And just the things that I'm branching out and doing are more outside of my comfort zone. And I'll get into a lot of my own personal examples today, as I usually do in my episodes of things that I'm doing that hopefully it can inspire you guys and help you do the same, where we all get out of our comfort zones together and grow together because it's just so fun. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'm excited to be going home back to my family's ranch at the end of this month. And I'm bringing my team with me. So, those of you who know, I'm in network marketing. I know many of you listeners are as well. And I know many just entrepreneurs in general, you guys listen to this podcast, which is amazing. So, within my network marketing business, my team has been invited to my family's ranch for a retreat weekend where we're going to literally have a winter wonderland time. So, we're going to ride horses, we're going to go on sleigh rides, we're going to drink hot chocolate, we're going to listen to music, Christmas music, and like all those things. And I'm so excited because I've never done anything like this before. So I'm pumped. I'm excited to see my family. I get to like stay at my mom's, then I'm going to see my dad. And I'm actually thinking of recording an episode with my dad. This was his idea. And he is someone you guys can learn from. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but I think it's going to be the best episode on Coaching Call yet if I can get my dad on a podcast for me to interview him. So let's hope that that happens during the Christmas weekend retreat thing going on. So super, super excited for that. And yeah, we're keep it on. And I've definitely been in my zone of creating healthy habits. And for me, when it gets colder, when it gets darker in North America, we just had the time change and the sun literally sets. It starts setting at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It can be so challenging, you guys, and I know you're with me on this. It can be so challenging. It can throw off your schedule. It can throw off your motivation. It can just throw you through some loops on top of just like life in general, right? So, this is usually the season where I really start to dig into my own personal wellness habits, my own healthy habits, and I just really like to lock them in during the season as we go into winter, just to keep me feeling my best on top of my A game, keeping my business growing, and just keeping myself in a growth mode where I am not the girl who sets a January 1st goal. If there's something I want to create, someone I want to be, something I want to do, I've never seen the benefit of waiting. Like if you, and I've said this on probably last year during this time, if you want to be a better version of yourself, why on earth would you put that off for another month? You know, people are like, oh, I want to indulge and I want to relax and like I'm going to do it then and I'm going to get into it. And it's like what we're going to focus on in today's episode is starting habits now. I'm going to give you 10 habits and you guys can like take these, use these, create your own ideas from them, whatever suits you best. These are some of mine that I love and stand behind. But I would rather go through the challenge of locking these in now and making it a habit now and go through that struggle now so that when 2025 comes and it's January 1st, it's not hard anymore. It's a habit. Like some people will say it takes 21 days for something to turn into a habit. I don't want to wake up on January 1st and then start to go through the struggle of creating my healthy habits. Like, I'd rather those just be locked in and I'm already that person, that ideal version of my dog's making sounds, that ideal version of myself. Like, I'd rather have that locked in and flowing and waking up on January 1st, feeling my best. My business is booming. I'm making that money. I'm expanding in all these ways. I'm that person. I'm that highest version of myself at that time to then build on that even more. Like, it's never made sense to me. If you actually wanted to do something, waiting doesn't make sense. And like it just doesn't. And even people within business, I work with a lot of people in business and help people start businesses. And like, if you wanted to, you would, and some people will say, I'm going to wait till then, I'm going to wait till this, I'm going to do that. And I understand busy seasons, but wouldn't you rather build it while you're busy? Because if you think that you'll stop doing it when you're less busy, or wait, you're going to stop doing the thing every single time you get busy, then like life's always busy, you guys. It doesn't slow down. It's what we decide to do with the time that we have and how we prioritize. Life doesn't slow down. The world keeps spinning. Things keep going. We got to keep working. Like, that's just how it is. We need to become better at managing our time, at scheduling our priorities, at doing the do and just saying yes and like taking action rather than sitting back and waiting for things to become easier and waiting for a better timing. Waiting and sitting in a waiting season makes you stagnant. It makes you anxious. It like exhausts you. It's harder to wait than it is to actually take action and do. Because when you're in the flow and then you're in the activity and in the energy and growing, the anxiety goes away, the waiting goes away, the stagnant, like that, it feels so much better to just be on the move. Okay. So anyway, I'm not even in the tips yet, but I don't know. I feel like I just needed to say that and like really wake you guys up if you're someone who is sitting there waiting for January 1st. Like, it's not a good idea. And it doesn't mean you can't indulge and have a good time for the holidays and Thanksgiving and like all these things. Do your thing. And I honestly feel like when I'm in a good flow of my health, my business growth, my fitness, all these things, and like I rest more too. At the end of the day, I rest better. I can like utilize my weekends better. I can celebrate. And let me just get into the episode because this is going to make a lot more sense when I go through my tips. Okay, so that was the first thing I wrote down here was starting being your 2025 self today so that by the time January 1st hits, it's a habit, no longer a challenge or a transition period. Okay, that's our goal. So let's start to go through the 10 and let's try to not make this literally an hour long. So, number one, get up earlier. Get up earlier. This is nothing new. This is not, groundbreaking information. And I don't want to tell you guys that you need to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning every single day and make that a habit. If that speaks your language, absolutely slay, get up at 5, do your thing. But whatever that means for you to get up earlier, I'm in a group chat with two of my friends right now. We all do business together and we all have different times of the day that we've set to wake up. We're also all in different time zones. So we're kind of like putting our messages through in the morning. But within the first 10, 20 minutes of us waking up, we text in the chat like, good morning, I'm up, whatever. And I like this because it doesn't have to be one size fits all, whatever works for you. Right, if you're going to a 9 to 5, you're going to go to work or whatever it might be, there's things you need to do in the day. You know what earlier means to you based off of when you need to go to work, right? Some people, half an hour earlier is going to make the world of a difference for you. Some people need an hour earlier. Some of you do need to get up at 5 or 4 or whatever to get your workout in or whatever speaks your language. Like, I've never been the kind, that's a lie. I have been the kind of girl who gets up to go to that first workout class. I don't do that. I haven't done that in like years. It just isn't like me going straight into a workout upon waking. does not make me excited. I feel very tired when I do that. And I literally go back to bed after because I'm like exhausted from it for whatever reason. That's usually what happens to me. So, but I like to get up earlier and have a slow morning routine. I like to go through my agenda for the day. I like to have my coffee, my fizz drink. I like to hydrate. I like to clean up my apartment so it's like ready for me for the day. I have my own things that I love to do in the mornings. I like to play music. I like to crack the windows. I take my dog for a little walk. I have my little morning to-do list of things I like to do, and I like to do them slow upon waking. That is how I feel my best and get in my rhythm for the day. And then I'll dive into work and do work for a little bit. And then I go do my workout, whatever, build my day how I want to. But I know 7 a.m. My alarm set for 7:05. Oh five. I don't know why. It just, I'm like, oh, 5 extra minutes. Like, we're always like, I just want 5 extra minutes. So I was like, girl, I'm gonna give you 5 extra minutes. We're gonna set this thing for 7:05 and call it a day. And that's when we're getting up. So whatever that is for you guys that helps you lengthen your day, right? Having more time in the day to do the things that you want so that I don't have enough time is no longer an excuse. Like anyone who's still using that excuse, if you're an entrepreneur, you're in business, you have goals, you're going for things, like the I don't have time excuse is that should be removed from everyone's vocabulary. We all know we have the time. It's up to us to make the time. It's up to us to shift things around. You're in control of your life. So if you don't have the time, you don't want to have the time. That's what that actually means. So with that, you guys get up earlier, have a little group chat the way I do, or an accountability buddy who's gonna, text you, call you, wait, you guys can wake up together. Whatever it is that helps you get up and out, and maybe having that morning routine kind of planned. That's helped me in the past too, where I actually have a checklist that my brain's still not on, it's asleep still, and I can just look at this little list of things that I know I like to do in the morning and start to follow them. Gets my body moving and waking up. Now I know what those things are, same things I just explained. That helps me get up and move and get into my day at a nice pace. Okay, number two, have a fitness routine that you love. Again, I'm not going to say go to the gym and lift weights for 45 minutes 5 times a week, and back day and leg day and ab day and whatever day. Have a fitness routine that you love. I think fitness is a prerequisite for a great life. I think it's something that everyone needs and should prioritize and should make a priority, whether it's a walk around the block every day for you, or if it is going to the gym 5 times a week, whatever it is for you. I can't design that for you, tell you what that is, but moving your body is so key. It's so key. So for me, I'm in a season where, and I have been for the past year, honestly, of I know my fitness classes I like. Basil, oh, he's cuddling. He's cuddling his brother. Oh, can you guys see them? You can see Basil's face a little bit, and the cat's there too. Oh, now they're fighting. Okay. So this is just my household. So yeah, I love Pilates, I love yoga, I love bar, and I love walking. If I get that boost to go lift some weights and do that, then I'll do it, but I'm not putting myself on a schedule or a routine. I work out to live a great life. I work out for my mindset, to feel good and confident in my body, to give myself some me time. When I go into a class, say my bar class is what, 45 minutes or something like that, I am like, I have 45 minutes just for me. I'm allowed to shut my brain off. Nothing else matters right now. I'm just moving my body. I'm flowing. I'm breathing. That's all that matters right now. The world for me right now can stop for 45 minutes and I'm just going to move. And it just takes me out of my day, gives me a break in my day, and lets me really hone in on my body, my vessel, the thing that gets me through my life. So whatever that is for you guys, whether it's a 20-minute at-home workout that you can do with your kids running around you, or YouTube videos for free. I loved at one season like doing home YouTube videos, especially in the winter when you don't always want to leave your house. There's so many free resources that you can do to move your body. Or if you're like me and you can get out of the house and you love to get out of the house to go do your workout, do that, right? And I love walking, like on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. I will always ask Alex, like, do you want to go for a walk? Let's like do our little walk, whatever. And we talk and we go, and, you know, going and grocery shopping and like actually taking our time looking around and doing that walk, or going furniture stores. That's so fun. And they're always massive and you can like walk around everywhere and like look at things just to get our steps in. And you're, doing things and shopping around or experiencing different things. There's lots that you can do that, enables or allows you to move your body and go do other things, if that makes sense. So have a fitness routine that you love, get into flow with that. Number three is new weekend habits slash activities. So this has been something for me where weekends, so I work for myself full time. I run my network marketing business full time. I have for years, and my fiance is also running businesses, but he's kind of in and out. He usually goes out or he'll come home at random certain times or do calls, and like, I mean, he's a lot busier on the go because has to go places, where mine's all based online. So I will kind of work my schedule around his. He is typically off on the weekends, where he can either work at home or he's off completely and has lots of time. So that's when we spend time together. And making it a priority to actually go out and do new things on the weekends has been so much fun. Like, normally, and maybe you guys already do this, but maybe some of you don't, but normally on the weekends, like, there'd be, we go out and go for some drinks with some friends and go out, and then you have the other day, which is like your sleeping day, your rot day, your like switch everything off and do nothing at all. And I used to do that a lot. And it doesn't align anymore. Like, every single time that happens, or I have a day where just there's nothing going on, it doesn't feel very good. And there's times to rest. I'm very big on rest, but intentional rest. But I don't love the feeling of being exhausted, drained, hungover, tired, lethargic. Like, that's not intentional rest. That's just lazy and lethargic and tired. I like to have a little nap, a little bubble bath, a movie marathon when I intentionally say, yeah, I'm going to do that today for my body, take that rest. And it's like, I can't remember where I heard this, but when you rot, people will say, like, I'm going to have a rot day, rot on the couch, I'm just rotting. I heard someone else say, marinate. I don't rot, I marinate. I do my whole skincare routine. I have a hair mask in, I'm doing my red light therapy thing. I'm laying in my silk pajamas or whatever, and I'm like marinating. I have a candle on, I have a good movie. Like, the difference, just intention wise, is very, very different. And I'm like, facts. If when I am resting like that, I'm marinating, I am not rotting. It just feels so much better, more intentional. So anyway, what I've been doing is planning healthy weekend activities. So for example, last weekend we went to a comedy show. So we are in Chicago right now, and shows are incredible around here. There's so many shows, a lot of comedy clubs. And I'm like, why are we not going to comedy clubs literally at least every single second weekend, So we went out to an improv show. Tickets are like $20. It's so easy, it's so cheap, it's so fun. And just scheduling things in and booking things in. And now this weekend coming up, I have a Friendsgiving with a neighbor. I'm going to go to a run club, Pilates club, with one of my friends here in Chicago. There's a bowling night happening with Alex and his work and whatnot that I'm probably going to go to. There is a Sunday morning club, it's called, in Chicago. If you guys are around, you guys should look them up on Instagram. They'll just do like healthy networking gatherings and groups. And they did beach days with volleyball and ice baths and yoga on the beach in summer. And now this one's at a coffee shop and with a DJ and coffee. It's like at 10 a.m. on Sunday. And I just love finding those things and booking those things in and doing these events or hosting my own events I've been doing on the weekends too, and just getting people together and having fun and like doing something. If you guys are getting my gist, this weekend's very packed. That literally is the schedule of my weekend. But it gets me out of the house. It gets me doing healthy things. It gets me meeting new people, going out with friends, being really intentional with my time. And there's no lazy day like that. And do not get me wrong, if every single weekend is that packed to the brim, I can't really do that. I do need to have time for my social battery to reset, chill, just spend time with Alex, or just have complete alone time, honestly, as well. but every now and then for sure. And again, I choose those times. I feel it in my body and it's intentional, but it's not an every weekend thing. So I just want to encourage you guys to, like, what do your weekends look like? Are you using them and maybe going out and doing things with your kids, or are you just cooped up inside at home all day, when maybe you could start to switch that up and just see how it feels? And I'll wait for number 10 to actually get to this one because it's my favorite one is number 10. Okay, so let's go through these ones quicker because we do not have all day. Okay, number 4, schedule in your office hours and do them before noon. So your office hours, I'm speaking to my entrepreneurs, my friends who maybe are also network marketing, your business activities, scheduling them in first and foremost and getting them done before noon. Listen, not I understand right now some of you are like, sis, that is not in the book, in the cards for me. I understand, you can ignore this one. If you're like, my time to work is 7 to 11 p.m. at night, for, you know, you have your work day, you have your kids, you have things going on, and like your office hours or the evening, slay, keep it like that. Okay, but for my friends who, you can absolutely get up earlier, maybe you don't have kids that you need to tend to, maybe you do have the time in the morning, I want to challenge you to get those to-dos done before noon and see how you feel. I've been doing this lately and it literally condenses my day. It's like, instead of having all month, I have till the 15th to run and go and work and move. It's the same thing taking my day. I'm kind of pretending my day ends at noon. So I've done a workout, I've gotten up, I've done all my business activities literally by noon. And then as soon as noon hits and I've done all that, I feel so good. I feel so excited. I have the afternoon to do other things, or maybe you got to go to work in the afternoon, or I can double up on my activities for the day. Like, it just expands my day so much. It refreshes me. It makes me feel so productive and excited. And like, I get up in the morning moving, you know, because I'm like, Kate, we have till noon to get this, and this done. And it just like, it lights that fire under my butt. So I recommend taking that one on. Number 5 is set goals to achieve by December 31st. This can be an income goal, this can be a promotional goal. And every single morning, you guys ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today to move me towards that goal? So again, the idea of waiting until January 1st so that you can waste a month and a half makes absolutely no sense, you guys. What's your goal by December 31st? What's your goal at the end of November? Whenever you're listening to this, like, don't wait, set those goals now, have those standards now, and move towards them now. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to be so excited for the new year because you know you're going to be in such a new place with new habits, new energy that you're building right now. So what can you do each day that's going to take you towards that December 31st goal? This is going to separate you guys. Average to extraordinary. Average are waiting until January 1st. Extraordinary, excellence, like those people are starting today and using this time when everyone else is asleep to go into build. And because of that, you have so much more opportunity, so much more growth to happen for you. And you are going to be one to watch because you're just going to move different from the rest. And that's a really exciting, huge thing. Okay. Number 6, declutter your social media, or even add more value to it. So I've always been the one to be like, yeah, I'm going to declutter my social media, and just, this is like, I'll go through and you can actually see on your Instagram where people you don't interact with very much, it'll have like 100 or something, like 50, I don't know, people who are least interacted with. And that's usually the list you can unfollow because you don't interact, you're not seeing it. You probably are going to go in there and be like, where'd you come from? How do I follow you? And you can just kind of filter out that list, or any accounts that make you feel some type of negative way, unfollow, you guys. Like, it's not that serious. It just unfollow. We spend so much time, especially if you're like me and you work a lot on social media, you work a lot online and use social media a lot for your business. It needs to be a positive place. Like, if you open your app and you feel drained and tired and you're comparing yourself and you feel like crap, your algorithm is not a healthy place. And that is your fault. That is your fault. That's based off of what you're watching, what you're liking, what you're entertaining and spending your time on. The algorithm is going to pump more out of what you are consuming and like to consume. So you need to switch what you're consuming. If you don't like what you're seeing on social media and it's a dark place for you, you need to unfollow things and you need to start interacting with things you want to see more of. Every time I open my app, I do feel inspired. And like, don't get me wrong, I have my times too where I go into the scroll hole and I get distracted and it clutters me and it drains me. We're all victims to that, okay? We just need to be more mindful and more intentional when we go onto the apps. I talk about this all the time as well. I'm very big on this because it's social media is it's a crazy place and we can use it for so many amazing things, but we can't abuse it and go into the scroll hole. So something I've been doing, because yeah, normally I declutter, I unfollow. Some of you guys really need to go do that decluttering, unfollowing spree. Now I'm at a place where I'm actually following more people and I'm following more accounts and I want to connect and engage and socialize more because I've done a lot of decluttering, but now I'm like, I want to add more value to my life. I want to add more value to people, but I also want to get out value added to me. So I'm connecting with and engaging with accounts that make me feel amazing and just like filling my feed with all of these things and people and mindsets and energies that this is expanding my business at the end of the day. It's expanding my mindset. It's expanding my ideas. It's making it more colorful and exciting and all those things. So that's something that, that you could kind of take on as well if you feel like there's really not much happening on your social media anyway. What can you add to it that's going to benefit you and other people even more as well? Number 7, grow your mindset for 30 minutes a day. I feel like if you're listening to this, you already know this, but this is really important. And I think something that people forget about sometimes, honestly. You'll start doing personal growth, you'll listen to podcasts, and then you have those times where you don't. But can you make this an actual daily to do that you do every single day? I highly recommend it. I think it should be kind of like fitness, where that's a prerequisite for just a great life. 30 minutes a day of growing your mindset, I think, is the exact same thing. And you can put these hand in hand. You can do your walk around the block with the podcast, pair those together every day. It's just what you do. You're doing your makeup for the day every day. Can you play a podcast? Can you play an audible? If you're a reader, read every single day whenever it makes sense for you to do so. It's just so crucial, you guys, that we're really growing and expanding, especially as we're going into a new year. You want your mindset to be growing at incredible rates right alongside you. Number 8, work in the dark. It is getting darker, like I said at the start of this, around literally 3 p.m. Sunsets by 4:30. It was depressing at first, but we need to make the most of our season, of our time. And a lot of people will start to feel like the day is closing down around 4 or 5 p.m. as soon as it gets dark. But I want you guys to think you still have the day. You still have the full day and plenty of time to get your sleep. So how can you utilize your evenings even more? And like if you are getting your work done by noon, as per one of my other tips in here, but you still have that whole entire evening where again people are shutting off, they're binge watching Netflix more than ever, they are cozying up, and like you can still do those things, do not get me wrong, but can you do that but pair it with some office hours for yourself? My favorite thing in the winter, I can't wait till it starts snowing. I seriously love the snow because I love being inside in like 3 blankets with my YouTube fireplace on with my dogs, and I am watching the snowfall. I love nothing more. I'm playing music, I'm cozy, I'm having coffee, I'm like having the best time of my life. And I'm on my couch working and I'm building my business and growing my mindset and doing all of these things from the comfort of my home. It's my favorite thing in the whole entire world. And I just want to encourage you guys too to remember that just because it's dark outside doesn't mean the day is over. You can use that time and again set yourself apart when other people are just going to waste that time and let their emotions fall into their circadian rhythm where they're like, the sun sets, so I am now in bed and I am now tired, where it's like, the hours of the day and you still have time, and then you can get up, you get at a great time, get up with the sun, reset your clock and have an amazing morning. Like you really can have it all. So yeah, don't waste the time even though it's getting darker outside sooner. Number 9, remove things that don't align with your December 31st goal, right? So we're setting a goal for the end of the year of growth and expansion and really bringing clarity around exactly what that goal is for yourself so that you have a pinpoint and a clear reference place that you can move from, and it's your bar, it's your standard, and that's what you're excelling towards. A lot of things, you guys, such as binge watching Netflix, such as going out and drinking every weekend with your friends when it doesn't make you feel good. It makes you lethargic and lazy and fall out of your routine. It's not high vibe. You need to be replacing your low vibe activities that you probably have, and low vibe things and low vibe people, with high vibe things and things that actually align with that goal and the person that you're becoming. Your actions have to line up, because so many of you are frustrated right now because you have this goal and you have this vision of who you want to be and where you want to go, and your actions say otherwise. Okay. And a lot of you need to hear this right now. I need to hear this sometimes as well, too, where it's like you say you want this and it's all talk and there is no walk. And I cannot tell you the amount of people that I see like this who will say it, say it, say it, dream, 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 and no action. It will stay a dream. It becomes an actual goal when there's actions backed, backing it, and you're actually working towards it. So remove those things, you guys, whatever it is for you, removing that scrolling, because it is not helping you. It's wasting your time. It makes you feel like garbage. Like it's so low vibe, and you will get addicted to the success and the energy and the high vibrations when you are doing high vibe activities. When you can catch yourself scrolling and stop in that moment, when you can start watching Netflix, but then after one episode, you're good. And you're like, you know what, this isn't making me feel amazing. Like, I'd rather get up and do something and, whatever. Like, you will feel so proud of yourself and you will feel so pumped up, and it's going to start to move you towards your goal when you can catch yourself and be like, no, 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 we're going to do things a little different because we're changing. We're on a new wavelength in life right now. The last one I will say, you guys, then I gotta go. I got my yoga class. I'm gonna do my walk and listen to my podcast, do all my little things in a second. But number 10 is create a new story for yourself. I want to give you guys an example of something I've done lately that is bringing me so much joy and making me so proud of myself. Is I've changed one of my stories from I am an introvert to I am an extrovert. Don't get me wrong. Your girl is a homebody. I love being at home. I work extremely well alone. Okay. I work so well alone. I love my alone time. I thrive. I can be alone for a very long period of time, and I am peachy. Okay. But I have been wanting to learn how to make more friends and build my business in person and host events. That is something I've literally said so many times. I hate hosting events. I hate it. You either hate it or you love it. Okay. I've said these things. And lately, over the past few weeks, I have been changing my language to I host the best events in the world. People are obsessed with my events. I'm incredible at making new friends and real connections, and like I'm expanding the amount of people that I know and adding value to people, and they're adding value to me. And I'm so excited to go out and meet, like, so on and so on and so on. You can start an affirmation and then let your mind ramble and build on that affirmation. And you guys, this has been getting me up and out on the weekends. I've been hosting events. My business has been building from these events that I've been doing, and just talking and sharing and meeting people and like getting out of my comfort zone based off of this new story that I've told myself. I haven't enhanced my skills in any way. That's happening naturally through me getting out of my comfort zone and being scared and just ripping that band-aid off and doing these things. And then I'm learning as I go. But it literally started with deciding to tell myself, actually, I am an extrovert. I actually do like being around people. And yes, I have my small core circle of friends, of course, but I also love to network and expand the amount of people that I know. Like, I don't have to be best friends with everyone, but I love people and I love getting to know people's stories. And I love it, and I've changed my language entirely, which is completely changing my mindset. And now, yeah, my weekends are busy and exciting and fun. And I'm meeting so many people right now around me in this city. And it could be a new city thing, a new country thing, where I've been in Chicago now for a year. And finally I'm like opening my mind up to that and changing that story. So I just want to share that with you guys because maybe you can relate to that where you're keeping yourself small in some areas of your life because of a story that you're telling yourself. And I just want you to check your language. If it's anything like mine, where you say you hate something or you don't do something and I don't do this and I'm not like that, that's not a strength, that's a weakness. I don't like this. And just, I want to encourage you to start to change it and just see what happens with your mood and with your energy. And eventually your actions as well are gonna be very, very different, which is gonna benefit you. Okay. So with that, you guys, I hope you got value from this. And if you did, please take a screenshot of this video right here, screenshot, or just the screen itself, and tag me on Instagram. Post it up, tag me on Instagram at It's Amy Griffith or at Coaching Call Podcast, so I can send you guys love and thank you for sharing this. And every 5-star rating helps boost us up so that I can continue to pump these out for you guys. I have the best time doing this. I'm so glad you guys get value from it. And I can't wait to hear your takeaway. And when you post it on your story, let me know which takeaway has been the most helpful for you. What was your aha moment from this? Let me know on your social media. I love you guys. Have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye.